dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke and I welcome you all to the MCGM's virtual classroom. My dear students, today in Standard 10th Political Science, we will be learning the topic Political Parties. Our first chapter in Political Science was Working of the Constitution and the second one was the Electoral Process. In the first topic, we have learnt about the concept of democracy, right to vote, decentralization of democracy, right to information, policy of reservation of seats, the Scheduled Castes and Tribes Act, provisions for minorities, laws relating to women and provisions for representation. Then the role of judiciary, and in that the basic framework of the constitution, significant judicial decisions. Then in the second chapter, the electoral process, we have learnt about the election commission, then the functions of election commission, process of elections, then what is a core conduct, electoral reforms. Now in this chapter, we are going to talk about political parties. So political parties are a link that connects common people, democracy, representation and elections. So in a democracy, political parties play very important role, or for the betterment of democracy or for strengthening the democracy, political parties are very important. Why? Because political parties are a link that connects. What it connects? It connects common people, it connects democracy, it connects representation and it connects elections. So all these things come together, we can say, because of political parties, or political parties link all these things together. In a democracy, common people play very important role through their right of vote, then the democracy, then representation and elections. So whatever we read or hear about politics is related to political parties. Every day, each and every day, we hear or read news about political parties, about political leaders or any political issue. Then all these things are related with the political parties, and political parties exist in all democratic systems. If there is democracy in any country, then there are political parties. So political parties compete with each other only in a democracy. So in this chapter, we will study the political party system in India. What is the nature of political party system in India? About that today we are going to learn. Now here on the screen you can see the words like groups, institutions, organizations and movements. So in your school and the surroundings, you must have seen some groups. Now these groups may be related with any topic or with any issue or under any specific name. Same thing about the institutions, educational institutions or cultural institutions, or the institutions related with the language. Organizations working to achieve some objectives. Now there are number of organizations around us working for the betterment of society, and the common thing between these organizations is that they are having specific objective, or they are working on any specific objective. Some organizations take initiative in resolving social problems. Social problems, it may relate with the society, it may relate with the caste, it may relate with the religion, it may relate with the betterment of the society or anything which works for the betterment of society. So some organizations take initiative in resolving social problems, and you may have read about the various movements and their work. Now again the same thing, like groups, like institutions, like organizations, movements are also there which work on any particular issue. So just as there are active groups, active institutions and movements, similarly there are political parties who contest elections. Political parties are also a kind of social organization. So here we can put political party under social organizations, but the basic difference or the difference between the groups and the institutions and the organizations or in the political movement is that there is a difference between political parties and other institutions or other organizations in society. Now what is the difference? The difference is in the goals, is in the style of working. किसी एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप की, किसी एक पर्टिकुलर इंस्टीट्यूशन की, किसी एक पर्टिकुलर मूवमेंट की जो स्टाइल ऑफ वर्किंग है इज टोटली डिफरेंट than the style of working of a political party, or the goals of the political party are fixed. About that we are going to talk in this lesson in detail, but here one thing which we have to understand is that the goals of the groups or the institutions or of the organization or of any movement are limited and they worked on any particular issue. लाइक कोई एक सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा जो समाज से करप्शन को हटाने का काम कर रहा है, दे विल वर्क ऑन द करप्शन ओनली, और फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ वुमेन दे विल वर्क ऑन दैट ओनली, और टू स्टॉप द चाइल्ड लेबर तो वो उस पर ही काम करेंगे. बट दिस थिंग इज नॉट विद द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज. द डिफरेंस इज इन द गोल्स and styles of working of political parties and other organizations. Now one by one we'll try to understand this. Organizations that seek, here you have to match the things so that you can understand easily the difference between the movement, difference between the political parties, difference between the sectional interest groups and public interest group. Organization that seek to promote the interest of a particular section or group. Organization that seek to promote common interest. Struggle launched for the resolution of a social problem with or without an organization structure. An organization that mobilize people with a view to win political power. Now here how to match these by understanding the things given in the list 1. Now the first one, organization that seek to promote the interest of a particular section or group. So it will go with the sectional interest groups. So for first it's C. Organization that seek to promote common interest. So it goes with the D, public interest group. Then struggles launched for the resolution of a social problem with or without an organization structure. Then it goes with the A, that is movement. And the last one, organization that mobilize people with a view to win political power, and it goes with the B, that is political parties. Here in this you can easily understand the difference between the movement, between the political parties, sectional interest groups, public interest group. So basic thing which we have now with this information is that the motto or the objective or the goal of political party is to win political power. And by this we can say that when people form organizations with the objective of, again I am repeating, We can say that when people form organizations with the objective of achieving political power and participate in the electoral process, such organizations are called political parties. Now the heading of our chapter is political parties, and that is why it is very important for us to understand the concept of political parties. Organizations with the objective of achieving political power. पॉलिटिकल पावर अचीव करने का ऑब्जेक्टिव जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड पॉलिटिकल पार्टी. एंड हाउ? बाय पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन द इलेक्टोरल process, then such organizations are called political party. Now about this we are going to talk in detail. Political parties thus can be described as a group of people who aim to contest elections, win elections and get power and establish the government of their party. So the final objective is to get पावर और टू बी इन पावर. सत्ता जिसे हम कहते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट में होना, ये ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का. नाउ वन बाय वन वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ पॉलिटिकल parties. In this, the first one, to be in power, to pursue an ideology, to establish a government, to have a party agenda, and the last one, to act as a link between the government and the people. So all together 5 characters are given here, 5 characteristics of political parties: to be in power, to pursue an ideology, to establish a government, to have a party agenda and to act as a link between the government and the people. Now one by one in detail we'll talk about this. The first one, first characteristic of political party is to be in power. Why political parties are there? Because to get power, achieving power through elections. Now here this one is very important. How to get power or how to achieve power or how to be in power through elections is the main objective of political parties, and thus different political parties compete with each other to get power, and for that they need to go to the people or at the doer of the people and need to explain the policies or the ideology of their party. So there is nothing wrong in this competition of getting power or of achieving power, but the competition should be fair. This is very important for democracy. किसी भी डेमोक्रेसी में पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को पावर में आना, ये जो बात है, इट्स वेरी सिंपल. देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन दैट, बट दिस कॉम्पिटिशन शुड बी फेयर थ्रू द ways which are given in the constitution. Second one, to pursue an ideology. Every political party has some policies and not only policies, world view. हर एक पार्टी की अपनी अलग अलग सोच है, हर एक पार्टी की अपनी अलग अलग आइडियोलॉजी है, हर एक पार्टी का अपना एक खुद का एजेंडा है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, each and every political party has some policies and world view on the different issues or on the different points or on the different subjects. Parties have a particular stand about social issues. Nowadays, you people if go through the newspapers and the news channels, then you can easily understand the difference between the ideologies of political parties. So these together make party ideology. So what is party ideology? Party ideology is nothing but the some policies and worldview of a political party and its stand about any social issue. The people who consider any specific party ideology as acceptable support that political party. And it's a natural thing. If you are of any particular ideology, or you are under influence of any particular thought, or you are under any particular thought process, and if any particular political party is working on that ideology or on that thought, then you can naturally attract towards that political party. आपकी सोच के हिसाब से अगर कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी काम करती है तो ये नेचुरल थिंग है कि आप उस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के पास अट्रैक्ट हो जाएंगे, आपको उनकी बातें समझ में आएगी, आप उनके सपोर्टर बन जाओगे. सो सोशल सपोर्ट रिसीव्ड by a political party. Social support received by a political party is called the mass base of political party, and this mass base is nothing but the voter support, or because of mass base any political party can be in the government or can be in the power. So this mass base is very important, and the mass base of any political party is depend on the mass leader. If there is any mass leader, then that mass leader can attract people towards the political party. In modern days, ideologies of all political parties appear to be similar. Again, I am repeating this sentence. In modern days, ideologies of all political parties appear to be similar, and hence it has become difficult to differentiate between the parties on the basis of ideologies. The line between the ideologies of political parties became very we can say identified. हम easily उसे पहचान सकते हैं कि दो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी में अब ज़्यादा अंतर नहीं रहा है, उनकी जो आइडियोलॉजीज है वो नियर अबाउट सेम और पैरेलल जा रही है. एंड दिस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड बाय रीडिंग न्यूज़. सो दिस इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट नाउअडेज टू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन द आइडियोलॉजीज ऑफ पॉलिटिकल पार्टी. नेक्स्ट थिंग, टू हैव अ पार्टी एजेंडा. नाउ द सेम थिंग. In this we can say that the second coin of political party, ideology is on one side and the party agenda is on the another side. Political parties prepare their party's agenda on the basis of party ideology. To reach to the people, or to increase the support of the people, or to convert the people's support into the votes, it is very important for any political party to prepare their party's agenda, and this agenda is based on the party ideology. They implement the agenda after they get political power, and for this आपको अलग अलग गवर्नमेंट, अलग अलग पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के गवर्नमेंट या तो आपके स्टेट में या फिर हमारे देश में रहे होंगे, उसको कंपेयर करना पड़ेगा कि किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का गवर्नमेंट है और दूसरी बार इन द नेक्स्ट 5 ईयर चेंज हुआ, तो दोनों का जो एजेंडा है दोनों ने किस तरह से चलाया, दैट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड ईजीली. सो वेन एवर एनी पार्टी इज इन द पावर, देन दैट पार्टी implement the agenda after they get political power. Now, even if they do not get political power, political parties try to get support of people on the basis of this agenda. Here in this image you can see that suppose all these people you can see are of particular political party and they are trying to pull the country in their own shape or in their own agenda or in their own ideology. हर कोई अपने आइडियोलॉजी में, अपने एजेंडा में देश को बिठाने की कोशिश करता है सो दैट लोगों का सपोर्ट जो है वो बढ़ जाए. नेक्स्ट थिंग, टू इस्टेब्लिश अ गवर्नमेंट. political parties establish the government and govern the nation. The political party which gets majority in democracy, majority is very important in elections. So, the political party which gets majority in elections forms the government. The parties which do not get majority act as opposition parties. Now, in democracy again opposition और अपोजिशन पार्टी इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि दोनों भी, जो पार्टी गवर्नमेंट में है वो और जो पार्टी अपोजिशन में है वो, both the parties having their own agenda, both the parties having their own ideology, and this ideology or the agenda is for the betterment of people, is for the betterment of nation. So together, political party which is in the government and the political party which is in opposition play very important role in strengthening the democracy or for the betterment of people. And now the last characteristic of political party, to act as a link between the government and the people. Political parties work as a link between the government and the people. Political parties communicate the demands and complaints of the people to the government. If there is any demand of any particular group or any particular social group or of any particular institution or of any particular field like of education, like of health or any other, then the political parties communicate these groups with the government, and the government tries to get support of the people for its policies and programs through political parties. So this is what is the thing about political party. It acts as a link between government and the people. Here you can see two groups are there. The groups which is in the government will say yes, 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 we are agree, and the party which is in opposition will say no, we are not agree. But both are important, क्योंकि लोगों के लिए किसी एक पर्टिकुलर इशू पे डिबेट होना, क्वेश्चन रेज करना, एंड देन इज इट गुड फॉर द पीपल, इज इट गुड फॉर द नेशन, ये डिसाइड होना, एंड थ्रू द डिबेट फिर वो बिल या फिर लॉ पास होना इज द प्रोसेस इन डेमोक्रेसी, एंड बोथ आर important. Now here is one thing. What do you understand by the following news in newspapers? Explain in brief. This is for you now. Opposition parties held a meeting in Mumbai. Opposition parties held a meeting in Mumbai to resist the ruling party will take up the issue of farmers. And then the second one, ruling party organized Samvad Yatra in rural areas. Now these two things are there. First is of opposition party and second is of the party which is in the government. By this you can understand the working process of the political parties. एक जो opposition में है ये ट्राई करेगी कि लोगों को किसी एक पर्टिकुलर इशू पे इकट्ठा करना है, उनका ओपिनियन बनाना है, एंड देन स्टार्ट मूवमेंट. एंड व्हाट विल डू द पार्टी विच इज इन द गवर्नमेंट विल स्टार्ट कम्युनिकेटिंग विद द पीपल, एंड बाय कम्युनिकेटिंग विल explain the people about the policies of the government, about the planning of the government. Then again one more for you. Imagine you are an opposition party leader. You are an opposition party leader and you have observed that ruling party has not done good work in the field of health. Then what will you do as a leader of opposition? You have to write the points or you can write the sentences for this. What will you do as a opposition party leader? So go for this. Now the next point, changing nature of political party system in India. The Congress was a strong political party in the post-independence period. Congress having history or the background of independence struggle. Congress had a majority at center and in most of the states. Indian politics was controlled by the Congress party for number of years after independence. Indian politics was controlled and this era was described as era of single dominant party. Why it is called single dominant party era? Because only one party, and that is Congress, controlled the whole politics of India for number of years after independence, and also before independence Congress played very important role in the freedom struggle of India. Then the second, the non-Congress parties came together and challenged single dominant party system in 1977. Up to the 1977 only single dominant party system was there in Indian politics, but in 1977 the non-Congress parties, कोई एक पार्टी नहीं बल्कि अलग अलग पार्टी जो नॉन कांग्रेस है उन्होंने इकट्ठा होके चैलेंज खड़ा किया इन फ्रंट ऑफ द सिंगल डोमिनेंट पार्टी सिस्टम दैट इज ऑफ कांग्रेस. The sixth general elections, for the first time since independence, Congress is voted out of power. In 1977, elections also witnessed the utter decimation of the Swatantra Party and the Jan Sangh. Janata Party won 298 out of 545 seats, and Morarji Desai became the first non-Congress Prime Minister of India. Third one now. After the 1989 Lok Sabha elections, the system of one party emerging as dominant party came to an end. Now try to understand this. 1977 के पहले एक ही पार्टी होती थी कांग्रेस, जो हर एक स्टेट में नियर अबाउट और पूरे देश में चुन के आती थी, उनका ही सरकार बनता था. आफ्टर दैट 1977 में जो नॉन कांग्रेस पार्टीज है उन्होंने इकट्ठा होकर चैलेंज खड़ा किया, और उसके बाद एक तीसरी स्टेज आती है जहां पर किसी एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को पूरा सपोर्ट मिलना लोगों का आसान नहीं रहा. देन व्हाट हैपेंड? सिंस देन डिफरेंट पार्टीज began to come together to form coalition governments. Here on the screen you can see how political parties are connected with each other to be in the power, क्योंकि किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को मेजॉरिटी नहीं मिली. सो coalition governments form. Now what does it exactly mean? Coalition is a government formed by power by two or more political parties working together, and this both the Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress Party made an experiment of establishing coalition governments. The belief that coalition government brings instability was proved wrong by the political party system in our country, and we can say that now the coalition government system has stabilized India, or it's stabilized now in Indian politics. If power remains with one political party for long period, if power remains with one political party for a long period, and if no other political parties are influential, the party system is called as one party system. Now in the map you can see for 2009 Congress, then for 2014 BJP, and for 2019 again BJP played important role as a one party सिस्टम। कोई भी एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जब मेजॉरिटी में आती है देन इट इज कॉल्ड वन पार्टी सिस्टम। In politics, when two political parties are influential and if political parties enjoy power alternatively, the party system is called two party system. एक जाएगी दूसरी आएगी, फिर दूसरी जाएगी और फिर पहली वाली आएगी, लाइक कांग्रेस एंड बीजेपी। कांग्रेस की सरकार बनेगी फिर बीजेपी की बनेगी, बीजेपी की सरकार जाएगी फिर कांग्रेस की बनेगी, फिर कांग्रेस की जाएगी फिर बीजेपी की बनेगी। इफ इट इज गोइंग कंटिन्यूअसली then the party system is called two party system. And when many political parties compete for political power and more or less they are equally influential, the party system is called multi-party system. When number of parties come together for the establishment of government or to be in the power, then it is called multi-party system. So this is very important to understand what is one party system, what is two party system and what is multi-party system. Now here one thing again very important to understand, that how the parties are formed and how it is recognized in the politics. To get recognition as a national party, the Election Commission has prescribed as the following conditions for national parties. A political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes. A political party should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in 4 or more states. In the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly elections, and minimum 4 members should be elected in the Lok Sabha from any state or states in the earlier elections. Now these are the conditions. ये नहीं हुआ, or the candidates of a party should be elected from minimum 2% constituencies out of total Lok Sabha constituencies and from minimum 3 seats. These are the conditions or criteria to get recognition as a national party. Now same thing for the regional party, about that we are going to talk. To get recognition as a regional party, the Election Commission has prescribed the following conditions. In the last chapter we learnt about the role of the Election Commission in the political system of India. A political party should secure 6%, should secure minimum 6% of the valid votes in the earlier Lok Sabha or state assembly, because it is for the state assembly elections, and minimum 2 members should be elected in the Vidhan Sabha, that is in the state assembly. If this is not happening, then the second thing, or a political party should secure minimum 3% of seats out of total seats of Vidhan Sabha or minimum 3 seats. These are the criterias to get nomination as a national party or regional party in Indian politics. So in today's topic, we discussed about the concept of political parties, the characteristics of political parties, changing nature of political party system in India. In the next part of this topic, we'll learn about the national parties and the regional parties in India.
Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.